Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to the Journey Podcast. I have a quote that has been running through my head that I have to share with you guys. I heard this from Will Sage, and he even put it on his slides. Well, let me back up really quick. Will Sage gave a presentation and a lecture talk to our retreat students who came to the PTBI retreat in June. And then he also came to give a guest coaching spot on our PTBI coaching call inside of our Facebook group for our exclusive PTBI members. And one of the things that really stuck out to me is he had a quote that was saying, "You only have one shot at a good reputation in this industry." And I thought that was extremely, extremely powerful. And what you guys need to know is, what the fitness industry is a pretty small industry. And once you get to an established level, it's actually really, it's pretty damn small. Words travel fast, notoriety travels fast, reputation travels fast. And so you have to recognize that you have to be a good coach. You also have to do the right thing for business, right? Because if you are out here scamming people, if you're out here doing bad by people, if you're out here doing the wrong thing against people, word is going to travel fast and your reputation is going to be destroyed, right? Now, one of the things that Will said is like, yeah, sure, if something goes wrong or something goes bad, like you'll still have new clients, but your reputation when people ask around won't ever be the same as it was once before. And so your reputation as a coach and as a great coach should always come before profit or before like your own self gain. Your reputation of doing the right thing by your clients and doing the right thing for your customers and being the best coach possible is worth so much more than any sort of short-term self-gain. And an example of this would be to say if someone had a terrible experience working with you and you knew that you probably could have done a better job as a coach, and they wanted a refund, instead of saying, "Hey, no, you actually signed a contract, you don't get a refund," right? Well, they can go out and talk poorly about you and your service and completely ruin your reputation. If you had done wrong by them, it would be a much better solution if you come to an understanding with the person, apologize for your shortcomings, offer them a refund, make sure that your reputation is still intact, because that's going to be worth so much more than any sort of short-term profit. Another example, for example, if someone says, "Hey, I have this problem, can you solve it for me?" And you know that you can't solve that problem, but you confidently take that problem on without letting the person know that you can't solve that problem, and you end up fucking them up, well, then that is going to look bad on you as a coach, and that word will travel out and your reputation will be shot. Right? The right thing to do in this situation, if someone comes to you with a problem you can't solve, be truthful and honest and say, "Hey, I've never experienced this problem before. This is something that's totally new. I'm more than happy to work on this with you and figure this out, but you have to understand that we're going to be figuring it out together, and we're going to do it together." Right? You're going to have a much better reputation moving forward because you were truthful, because you were honest, because you put everything out on the table before, getting started. If someone were to come to that person and ask what their experience was like, they're going to say, "Hey, you know what? We didn't solve the problem, but he let me know, beforehand. And, I knew what I was getting into, and he was a great coach." Right? And so your reputation is always going to exceed any type of short-term profit or any type of self-gain. Like, your reputation is important, especially because it can take you 10 years to build a reputation, and it can take you 1 year to completely destroy it. Think about Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby had a long career of great reputation. People loved him. And then one thing happens with, allegations, and his reputation is completely shot. He will never be able to recover from that because reputation travels fast. You only get one shot at a good reputation. And your reputation is only as good as your last at bat, right? And so it's always a responsibility for you to continuously show up as your best self and as the best coach, and always do the right thing for the customer, because it can take you 5 years to build up a good reputation as a coach, and you can piss off one client and they leave, they have their whole squad leave terrible reviews on whatever platform you're on. And I have seen this happen before with businesses. People will do like mass Yelp reviews where they leave like a bunch of 1 stars, and it's absolutely terrible for business. And I would never wish that upon my competitors. But it happens, right? And so always be on your guard to do the right thing. Always be truthful. Have business principles that you abide by. Some of my business principles is to always do the right thing by my students. Always have their needs first, never to push them too far out of their comfort zone. Like, I push them out of the comfort zone to keep them accountable, but I don't ever push them out of and do something that I don't feel like they can do. And so those are just some of the business rules that I follow. So make sure that your rules are in place. Make sure that you are practicing good business, because your reputation is the most valuable thing. You only have one shot at a good reputation in this industry. If that reputation's shot, you're in trouble. So hope that was valuable for you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.